When was the last time that you experienced deep inner peace, where you were just cool and calm, spacious, completely surrendered to the present moment? You know, every single cell in your body was just alive, but still. When was that time for you? Can you even remember the last time? And if you do remember the last time, how long ago was it? And how often do you experience that level of inner stillness and peace and serenity? If I put my own hand up here and I'm just reinvestigating my own connection with deep inner peace in my life. And I've been, for the vast majority of my adult life, I've been striving to achieve and to transform and to change. And even in the personal growth sort of aspect of my life, the last 11, 12, maybe even 13 years. And there's always this transformation, this dynamic changing of my psyche, of who I am, of my lifestyle, getting more in alignment, having things flow. And yet, honestly, if I really ask myself, in the level of sort of, if compared to the likes of Dalai Lama or these Zen monks, and how present am I? Not very present. Lots of beautiful changes. I'm more positive, happier, healthier. There's lots of stuff. It's not putting myself down, and I'm not putting anybody down that isn't really that present or that experiencing that profundity of peace that is available to us. But it's really just looking and going, irrespective of the super cool things that I've achieved and that I invite you into when you're reflecting that you have achieved. Undoubtedly you have achieved wonderful, beautiful things in your adult life. But when I slow down now, more and more, like the age of 36, I want to bring that depth of peace in. It's not that I want, my intention is, and just experimenting more and more with concepts like Wu Wei, effortless action, flowing from the heart, flowing from the soul. Reading the Tao Te Ching, Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, and just landing into this present moment awareness of, just coming from that witnessing awareness, as Eckhart Tolle, that is like the light behind all the details. It's like you have all of these sort of the films, the old style cinemas where the film would just pass in front of the light. Well, it's like the projections of the mind are these films that are just flicking in front of the light, but the conscious presence is the constant behind all the details of what's going on in life. Is just to come from that conscious witnessing awareness that is giving life to all these thoughts and all these images that effectively produce the story of our, what we call our life's experience. But it's the stillness underneath all of that. And even just talking about it, my body sort of becomes imbued with this feeling of peace and inner calm, that is actually accessible. Just what would your life be like if you could come from there more predominantly, moment to moment? Even, you make love, and as you sing, and as you cook, and as you do the gardening, and as you work, and as you're on the phone, and as you're, taking part in your next sales conversation. But if you were coming from that peace, if the base and the foundation was that peace, that inner peace, how would you turn up differently in life? What energy would you emanate in a way to your, to your wife, to your kids, to your neighbors, to people, to your customers, to strangers on the metro, on the bus, at the airport? What sort of an impact would you start having coming from there? I think nearly every single person in Western society, and just in society around the world, we'd have such a more profound impact if we just started practicing a little bit more, just slowing the mind down and coming into the body and coming from that witnessing awareness, that presence, that childlike presence that just allows us release and relax into the present moment. You know, no matter what the story is, oh, gotta do this, should do, could do, would do, must do, all of these lists of priorities about stuff to do, doing. Just allow ourselves to come into being. Being with ourselves. In the middle of doing, in the middle of stuff to do, there's always going to be stuff to do. Can we just be? And allowing ourselves to be, we allow others to just be with us. And then this upward spiral of consciousness starts emerging, you know, and you find that, I've been finding that the more I'm coming from here in recent months, the more it just naturally, other people feel connected with that, and then they start experiencing that in the presence. Such a wonderfully miraculous power that we all have, because we all remember this. This is how we were coming in, like the divinity coming in as kids before society started conditioning us otherwise. We know this in our deepest essence. We know it genetically, in our DNA, spiritually, everything. The psyche knows this. It's a remembering is the process. It's not like learning something new. It's just chipping away the old conditioning, the adventitious stains, as the Tibetan Buddhist teachings say. So, how about it? Is it the time to start reintegrating and remembering that deep inner peace that is such a profound and simple, inherent part of who you are as a human being? Not a human doing, a human being. Guys, have a beautiful day, and here's me wishing you love and prosperity on your path to being at peace. Take care. Bye.